What's up, everyone? SDFC Fancast, another episode. Everything looks weird. We know.
Episode 25. Doing
Quarter
it
century.
You just
Quarter
ruined
century.
I'm sorry. Well, I mean, but we're not doing it live because we're still going to record it and then release it after we edit it. But
it in person.
this is a test run. You know, we have to do something different for the 25th episode. So we figured we'd put the mic on Keegan's hat.
You can't beat it. I don't know what to do with my hands.
Yeah, I almost made a joke about that. Like, oh, you guys are actually going to do shit with your hands now. Just talk with your hands. Be an Italian. Madam. You watch enough.
I think you guys look fantastic. And those beers just look amazing. I want one.
So we were just at Hopnonymous, and so that was the plan. Is 25th episode, so we are going to do some fun shit. We went to Hopnonymous to record there, and luckily for everybody involved, Hopnonymous was way too crowded and bumping. It was just like not conducive to just doing a quick live podcast, and so we had to come back to our place. But I think that's a good sign because we talked to Remy too at Hopnonymous. He was like, during the season next year, podcast year. We're like, hell yeah. So we'll figure something out.
Very nice, man. Heck yeah.
And the beers are great. I mean, you guys, let me know. It's the first time you guys have been there.
Is it Pat's?
Remy, thank you. Beautiful beers, beautiful man, beautiful facility.
He is a handsome.
Trifecta.
Ulrich and Remy, the two fellas, Hopnonymous, handsome fellas.
It was great, yeah. And it's going to be a good spot for away games and everything. It's a great spot. They got cool like spray paintings in the tent of all the supporters groups. They got SDFC scarves on the wall. It was sick. Good spot.
Oh yeah.
You know what else is sick is Keegan's feet. My God, it smells so bad.
he was a word. Speed smell. I can't smell nothing.
No, I'm just kidding. They don't smell. I told everybody they do. So don't. Yeah, don't do the back.
Get some socks.
It doesn't. When you drink liquid wrench, it actually kills the
yeah.
whatever is in the lymph nodes in your body that produce. Hey Julie, what produces sweat smells in your body? Sebaceous glands. Sebaceous glands.
Glandular.
Yeah. Liquid wrench destroys the sebaceous glands.
It just destroys them completely. So
it's
lucky for me.
Sounds like a hell of a ride.
Oh yeah. But no, so I know we just recorded like 2 days ago. So not a ton of new SDFC news. I just wanted to ask Chris and Colonial and everybody if they had any thoughts on the USA getting dumped out of the Copa America early. Any thoughts, yeah?
That's a good one. I have.
Why don't you go ahead. You take it away. Nah, you take it away.
Okay. Well,
I'll strap in.
I know I was about to take a drink of beer.
All right. Well, let's be real. The refs and CONMEBOL were out for our heads, and it was a bunch of bullshit. I can give you 5 examples off the top of my head where the refs fucked up. Number 1, Tyler Adams gets stomped on his foot, and he gets a yellow card.
Yeah.
Number 2, Chris Richards slides in, tackles, gets a yellow card, and somehow the ref plays advantage, which is 100% completely against the rules. Number 3, Christian Pulisic gets, there was a foul committed on our defenders, but Christian Pulisic had a one-on-one on the wing, didn't play the advantage. Clearly should have been an advantage. Number 4, number 4, the goal that Uruguay scored was the most blatant offsides goal I've ever seen in my life. And I have no idea what the fuck VAR is for, if it's number 4, pun, if they're not going to disallow that. It was ridiculous. And number 5, I'm blanking.
Go on.
I'm impressed.
But hold on.
Impressed that you got through 4.
So the refs were very clearly against us. Stoppage time was against us, like it was in the Panama match. However, I think we had maybe 2 to 3 shots on target, if that. We didn't. We looked good, but we didn't produce a ton of chances. Even if that goal was disallowed, we still wouldn't have advanced because it would have been a 0-0 draw. So when you're a really good team, you work past shitty referees and you win the game regardless. And we didn't do that. We didn't even. I honestly can't even remember a shot on target. So I mean, G-Reg's got to go. It was just we looked solid, but the chances weren't there. We were never going to win that match.
I think that
Not this time.
I feel like there's like this giant impetus put on holding possession in the midfield, and it's like we talked about it last. What the fuck can you do with the possession? Like if you don't do anything with it, then who cares if you have 99% possession and the other team has 1% and they scored 1 goal and you scored 0 goals? I don't. Yeah, I don't like how things are moving. You know.
Yeah. It comes down to the last 10% of the field. We looked good. Midway, midfield up until closing, we could never close it out, and they didn't do anything. Like we had a couple shots on goal, and that's it. I'd say the first 20 minutes, we looked really good. We came out with intensity, and it seemed like, oh, all right, we're gonna get it going, but they couldn't close the deal, and then it got physical. The refs sucked, yes, but like Chris said, it didn't matter. Even if that goal with VAR was overturned, we didn't score. They have to score 2 goals, and they didn't do it. So,
and that was another one of Keegan's nicknames in high school. Couldn't close the deal. Anyways, go ahead.
Got a lot of those nicknames.
CCTD. That's what we call them.
yeah,
Yeah,
but
you-
it just. I wish I had a good nickname to come back at you right now, but I don't. But
Could close the deal. CCTD. That's what we used to call them.
Chris is
Oh yeah.
Definitely not.
more like wish he had a deal.
Hi,
But
your
yeah,
daughters.
so it just didn't. It didn't matter, and I think I don't know if you guys saw Turner's. If we go late to post game, his comments saying, "Oh, they fought well, everybody's together," blah blah, like kind of rah speech they were giving is kind of bullshit. Like this is supposed to be the golden, Reed quotes him the golden era of U.S. men's team, and they suck. Like it's not, but they do. Like they're not good, and it's disappointing. I think I don't like Alexi Lawless, but his post game was kind of good, where he said individually they're good, but together collectively they're not. And I think that's Greg's got to go. There's been a big push for Klopp, which I hope that
Oh god.
would be amazing. But yeah, it was a very disappointing game on a lot of levels. Refs to players and everything.
Camera angles.
Oh my god, the camera angle. Yeah. Oh Jesus. Yeah.
Wow.
Which is funny that they changed it mid game because
Yeah.
so many people are complaining, which I thought was hilarious.
Real quick, going back to G-Reg, and then Colin, I want to hear your thoughts. But he fucking signaled to the team that yeah,
I saw the funniest meme. It was like Jurgen Klopp can't become coach anymore. They just unearthed this photo, and it's Jurgen Klopp doing this.
yeah. So like right before they take the set piece, G-Reg's going like this, like saying they tied it up. Oh, now you're going to play a completely different style if you do that, and that's got to completely fuck with the player.
That's worse than subbing somebody like that. Even my dumbass knows, and I've never fucking even really played real soccer. But you don't sub somebody in during a corner kick. You don't sub them in during a fucking free kick like that. Like I can't tell you how many times an announcer has said that, and they're like, "You don't do that," and the other team gets scored on because they just did that. Like what?
It's
This ain't rocket surgery. Yeah.
Like,
And also, Pepe was not the right guy to bring in that moment when Balogun went off, in my opinion. But anyways, Colin, what's your thoughts, Pally?
Man, you guys pretty much touched on everything. Yeah, I was furious when Berhalter did that with Bolivia. I was like, that's when I knew he was fucked. Like, you guys summed it up. Berhalter's got to go. A lot went against us for sure, but it's just you touched on all of it. You know what? You touched on all of it. He's not the right guy. We had a lot go against us. The rest were freaking clowns. And what are we gonna do in 2 years? Like, I'm scared. I'm very scared. So
I got to be honest. I don't have a ton of confidence in U.S. soccer as a federation, like their decision making and all that. nothing I've seen so far hasn't like I don't understand as a fan of the women's team, the men's team, just US soccer in general, how you can see how things have gone the last 3 years and be stoked on it. Like I'm literally the opposite of stoked. I don't know what that is. Unstoked.
Yeah.
But
Rigid.
it's like yeah, it really doesn't feel good to be a United States fan right now. And that's a shitty thing to say.
Which sucks because we have talent pool wise probably the best collective pool. There's always there's MLS players we suck because they play in the MLS. We had one guy play in Europe. Now everybody plays in Europe, so the excuses are gone. Like they're all good players. Like they all play overseas. I think it's the coach. I think we need a good coach. And World Cup's in the US in 2 years. If we do this in the World Cup, it's gonna be so embarrassing. Like,
We'll get destroyed. Like that's the thing. These poor guys have had to hear me rant the last 2 days on all the soccer chats we're in. But like, I can't stand the fact that the United States is now a place to host tournaments. Like, it's like we don't give a fuck about our national team or how they perform or anything like that. Like, hey, as long as Colombian fans are selling out fucking SoFi or whatever. Like that seems to be the main I don't know. The main focus for U.S. soccer is to host tournaments and to cater to all the other teams and not give a fuck about our teams. And it's like it just I'm not understanding. I don't understand. I don't understand why they have that job, but I don't. It just doesn't.
but there is still like if you look like when the US plays, people do still come out. Like I think there is a lot of people who watch. I think there's a big group of people who don't watch MLS, but when the US men's national team play, will come to those games. There is like a group, like they sell out decently, but there's no money that's going into the national team itself, like to make them good.
I'll
You know what
say
I mean?
something to sort of contradict that. So this game was at Arrowhead, which is the Kansas City Chiefs stadium. And supposedly, Kansas City is the men's U.S. soccer's biggest contingent of fans.
It was number one in their viewership or whatever.
And they sold 55,000 out of 70,000 for the biggest game that we've had since the World Cup. The Chiefs sell out every single fucking game they play. But
But the thing is,
you also see the ticket prices.
I've also seen. I also
study the
see.
Chiefs ticket prices. I guarantee are just as much.
Well, I also see commercials every single day of Messi and foreign soccer players. I have not seen one with an American soccer player.
No.
Like the advertising and the marketing, all this shit is fucking garbage. Like that's part of the reason that nobody goes to these games is because I don't. You have to be into soccer to like follow soccer, and that blows my mind because I don't have to be.
Nate's gonna start crying. He's gonna start crying.
I don't have to be into the NBA to know what's going on. I don't have to be into the NFL to know what's going on. I don't have to know, like, I don't have to follow these other sports closely to know what's happening, but unless it's soccer, especially for the national team. And it fucking blows my mind. I don't know.
It is weird that it's the biggest sport in the world, but within the US, it's like
It's still the biggest sport in the world as long as we can make the money off other fans and not US fans.
No, that's what I mean.
Crazy.
Yeah.
Also, we suck. If we won the World Cup, I bet the
you're not going to fill up the stadium if we keep just like drawing.
Cart before the horse. Like you can't win a World Cup if you treat your national team the way that they're being treated or stuff like that, right? Like it's not going to happen. It'll never happen. If we continue to make the decisions we'll make them, we'll never win a World Cup.
Well, from a talent perspective, it still hasn't changed in the U.S. the fact that all of our best athletes are playing football, baseball, or basketball. They're not playing soccer, so it starts at like a youth level. If LeBron James, fucking Marshawn Lynch, and all these superstar athletes were playing soccer from when they were a wee lad, we would by far be the best.
That'd be great.
We'd be the most talented team on earth without a doubt. Wouldn't even be close.
I don't think so. I don't think so at all. I mean, you look at these other countries.
He's blown away with that.
Or how much talent they have in regards to athletics or anything. Like you have to just be a good soccer nation to be good at soccer. Like, it doesn't matter how much talent you have. You can have all the talent in the world, but unless we have a structure that actually takes a 4-year-old up until they're literally just 15 or 14, and we don't have that. Like, we don't have that in the US. There's none of that. It's the university system, and they're just starting to do that now. But literally, like, even SDFC is owned by a foreign entity, is owned by Right to Dream Group, who is an old Man U guy and is based in Ghana. That's not a fucking American thing. Like, they're like, where is the Right to Dream based in America? Where, like,
Where's
I
the
don't.
dream?
That's a good point. And in the U.S., there's a big thing of it's the same in a lot of sports. It's a lot of money to put your kids through travel ball, travel basketball, travel baseball, travel football, travel soccer. You're paying out of pocket tons of money. Where in the UK and Europe, Africa, your kids go to soccer. They are free. They go to these top level academies where we don't really have that. It comes from parents paying tons of money. And I know since after this game, everybody's going in for the youth soccer system of how if we have friends who their kids play soccer, they pay like, you know, multiple thousands of dollars a month for their kids to travel. And I think that's where it needs to end, where there's academies like it's a good point, Nate. In Europe, they have academies where they go and then they pay for all that to get kids good at football, soccer.
Call whatever you want, my friend.
I'm still telling you that the academy thing is right, but our best athletes aren't playing soccer. Our best athletes are playing other sports. Christian Pulisic is a hell of an athlete, but he would get his fucking ass destroyed on the football field, American football.
Can you imagine LT as a striker?
Yeah. Just devour everybody.
No, but I think it's
Different style of play.
Yeah.
Producer Trev was saying he's makes a good point. Our country is big enough, and U.S. soccer, it's like youth soccer is so big that we should dominate, and then like American sports should just dominate.
I don't. Dude, I agree, but the thing is like that's not what's happening, and that's the piece I'm trying to go back to. Like, this is the first time. This is the first time our kids. This is where the talent's supposed to be, right? Our kids. This is the first time we've qualified for the Olympics in like fucking over a decade. That's pathetic. Like, if we're supposedly have the best athletes on the planet in this country, we should be able to qualify at the under 16s Olympics every single cycle, and we have not even been close. And that's the piece. Is like, you can be the best athlete in the world, but you have to be good at soccer. Like, it has to be soccer in particular. There's nobody even close on the US team doesn't there's nobody that can even kiss top 30 players on the planet. Like, not even close. It's not even close. Like, there's no way.
Anthony Robinson.
I disagree. I think Christian Pulisic is
not even close to top 30 in the world. Are you shitting me?
He's pretty good.
He's not even close, y'all. He's good for an American. Holy shit! Overrating Americans is a problem. That is a big problem.
He won. He was the MVP on Fulham.
Because we overrate our players. We have to play to their actual strengths.
Now I know why you're always talking over us on the podcast, because you can barely fucking hear people with this shit. Sorry, Colin.
You're good, Parts. Hey, you guys are doing a great job over there. I'm having a great time.
Christian Pulisic is a top 30 player in the
Well,
I
you
didn't say
said
Christian Pulisic.
Not even close to top 30. I was going to argue that he's top 50.
Do top 50.
Don't raise your eyebrow at me.
Stop chugging beers.
Top 50 names arguably the best player in the Italian league this year. And that's the top 5.
Very arguable.
You guys having fun?
So much. Let's take questions from the crowd.
You're probably right. There's a lot of.
We're never going to succeed. We can blame U.S. soccer and everything like that, but like,
who do you think then? Right, Greg's got to go because he can't be re-signed.
I agree with you.
So if Greg's gonna go, who do you think would be? Not like even just like, oh, who would you want? Like, who do you think is a realistic chance of probably taking over? Like, I know there's like Tim Howard said if he would go straight to the top.
We're gonna get some, I don't know, MLS coach that's done it before. Something it probably won't. I don't know. Maybe it'll be
I'm in first.
I gotta throw this out the window.
I'm in third, or am I in second place?
No, I don't know why that list is the way it is. I don't know.
Oh, okay, I got you.
We
It's
did the
beautiful.
challenge lists.
And then we added in.
I'm spilling beer on myself.
Gotcha. It's beautiful.
Hey, join the party!
Yeah, I know. I need a freaking beer, man.
Horrible pour. I'll call myself out.
I wasn't choosing. I was going to say.
You know, I knew better. Chris was like, I need another beer before Nate rants again. I'm done. That was my hey, that was my one rant. But I do have to say that there are times that I think that when I'm ranting, producer Trevor is just like, hell yeah, I'm so glad Nate's ranting. And then the other 50%, he's just like, this is exactly the opposite of how I feel. I feel like Trev and I are like either exactly spot on
I don't need.
or you want another beer? Is that what you're saying?
No.
I mean, I feel like Trev was just disagreeing with you in terms of U.S. soccer youth stuff.
Oh no, this is the other end of the spectrum.
Okay,
Yeah, we're
gotcha.
talking about right now.
Well, Keegan's on the
It's all good.
spectrum too. That's a different.
I'm done.
You got that. Blow my beer on your face.
No, but that I do. Sorry, I guess I
Did
do.
you get any appetizers while you were at Hopnonymous?
Yeah, I actually showed them the rant I just did, and they were just like, "Yeah, dude, we're totally gonna sign up." So,
What? He asked if he had
Come again?
appetite.
I don't think you
oh,
quite
I
heard
thought
me,
you
but
said
go on.
advertising.
See,
We having technical difficulties.
can you guys hear us?
Oh, I can
Well,
hear you
no,
fine.
because it's a brewery, so I don't think of it as food. The only
Well, they
food there
probably
is
have,
food
some
trucks.
French fries you could have
You know,
munched on or something,
I
but
don't think of like I don't think of food stuff at all when I think of anonymous. So that's totally my bad. Dude. I'm sorry for letting you
hey, I
out.
was a little out of left field. My apologies on that one, host.
No, we actually had a blue moon. Yeah, it was there. No, us and
All
Tim.
right. Awesome Blossom, extra awesome.
That's what it was.
Well, we said what needs to be said.
Silence. Where are we? So what?
You know, it's the best thing to do during silences is that tell everybody how awkward they are.
Nah, just start saying something else. Just talk about the weather randomly. Oh man, well, firecrackers getting lit off right now, and then someone will think of something by then.
I know everyone's just mad at me because I try to hold players accountable. You know,
I'm not mad
No,
at you.
that was not.
I've
That was
never been
not
mad
your
at you.
point. You just randomly threw Christian Pulisic under the bus and said,
no, it didn't. You did. You brought up Christian Pulisic. I said,
said
no one
he's the
on
worst.
US
He's not even.
roster is
He
even
wouldn't even.
close to top 30 in the world. And
Okay,
it's
well,
true.
that's not holding the players accountable though. Judging their talent level, ranking across the world is not holding them accountable.
Disagree.
Holding them accountable is describing their play and determining what went wrong and taking accountability for your actions. It's not saying, hey, we don't have players that can sniff top 30 players in the world. Panama doesn't have anyone who can do that, and they kicked our ass.
That is the point, Chris. That is absolutely the point. Is soccer is a team sport. So it shouldn't even matter if you have anybody in the top 30. And that's the piece I'm not understanding.
Well, you should have said that.
Are we gonna play that's the thing, is like, are we gonna play as a team? Or are we gonna just like, are we gonna play where we need some individual magic? Like there's a lot of different ways to play soccer. And the thing that drives me crazy is if you overrate the players that we have, you're going to play in a style that's not going to work the best way for the players that you have.
Playing soccer or any sport, it's the same with any other sport. It's not fantasy where you pick and choose all the best players and they get together and that's the best team. You need a good coach. You need players who build upon each other, a good culture, a good team to push forward. And I feel like that's not what we have going. Like we have good players. You can pick and choose good players, but something's wrong to where they suck. Like we're not
I
good.
think our team needs to go to like the Netherlands, Amsterdam, like in Ted Lasso, and just have a real bonding experience there in their own way, find their path, and then they will return better men.
I think we need a coach that brings them. I think that there's a lot of
To Amsterdam, I agree.
I'm sorry. We need a coach who's going to come in and be like, yeah, you're all good, but you're all together now, and to bring their egos down, bring them all together and group them together and be like, let's play, let's get together as a team, because you might be good individually, but it doesn't matter. It's the team that matters.
Yeah, I think one thing we can all agree on is the coach.
Yeah.
And the U.S. Soccer Federation, frankly.
Oh, yeah.
Yep.
But
Totally agree with all that.
at the end of the day, talent is great, but talent isn't everything, to Nate's point.
Yep.
Great talent mixed with great coaching could be completely unstoppable, which I feel like the U.S. could be if our best athletes played soccer. That's another discussion. Yeah, I mean, like, look at Jesus, he's tickling me.
Indeed. Quack indeed.
I was watching the Turkey-Austria game, I think it was yesterday, and it was one of the more entertaining games I've ever seen. And I believe it's Austria. Their coach, I couldn't name you one player on their team, maybe one player who I'm blanking on right now, but they are so clearly gelled and playing a system of soccer that they all believe in. And it's so exciting. They score tons of goals. But again, I've hardly heard of any of their players. So it's like we need the proper leadership to get us to where we need to go.
I agree with you. And that's one of the, yeah, I do. I know. And I went all ranty, but thank you for putting my words into better words. Both you, Keegan and no, Keegan actually did the exact, yeah, I agree with you, dude. Bring the ego down. Everyone's playing for the team. Let's rock and roll, you know?
But I don't necessarily think it was ego though. Like I feel like this team was gelling. And I honestly don't feel like there were egos involved. Something with G-Red was just not right. Maybe the ego was G-Red. Maybe that's where it came from.
Tim Weah, really.
All right.
That's what ruined the Copa.
It
If that
did.
didn't happen, we would be advancing.
I agree with you.
Maybe.
But the worst foul, and it's just egregious. It's not like he was like really going in for a tackle. Something happened. It was just an egregious, stupid. In 10 minutes into the game, you can't do that. That's a really. It's just stupid. Like that's just not a mature move to do in that situation. Like if you're a mature player, you don't do that. It's just very, very dumb. Yeah, that's what screwed it. And that was the end of it. Once that happened, we were screwed. There's no way we're getting through.
Did anybody else think though for a second, like, I'm glad we have a player in our team that's down to stop somebody else in the face or in the head?
Part of me,
We
yes.
just had this conversation like 2 days ago.
88th minute.
Yeah.
That's what I just want to be like, dude, I'm down. Like, stop that motherfucker in the face harder next time. Actually plant your feet and break his nose. So it's actually worth the red card.
But in the 88th minute, and it's the end of the game.
Oh, dude, I'm down.
8th minute of the game. That was so annoying.
That's a piece. So I would take him and just be like, look, dude, I love that you sock somebody up, but your time.
Yeah, they're gonna play dirty, but you do that late when you're winning, because then you can say, "Fuck you, we're winning."
Hey, not only did we beat you as you were being a bitch, but I just broke your nose.
Yeah, but
with an accidental elbow.
Yeah. Oh, exactly.
May the Schwartz be with you.
You have derailed, guys.
Once that happened, I knew we were done. That was over. That was the game to win or draw that we'd advance. We knew Uruguay was going to be hard. We could have beaten or Drewn. Drewn's
Hey, this is you guys. You are seeing our coping mechanisms live. You know, this is what you're seeing.
We'll do it live. Fuck it.
Sorry, I got the giggles. It's fucking 10:30 my time, guys. I'm running off fumes here. It's been a long day. But you guys are doing great. I love you. It's all good things.
So this level of passion is what you're going to see from us.
Dude, seriously.
Why you're laughing so hard? This level of passion is what you're going to see when SDFC
comes.
Down.
Yeah.
It's going to be like this.
Some.
Yeah. Times 1,000. Are you kidding me?
Yeah.
I'm so fucking ready. No, that is going to be exciting. I know. and we've been ranting and raving about the U.S. But that's all. That's been top of mind for all of
Oh,
us.
man, Colin's got him bad.
We're hanging in there.
We've all had
Hanging
a
in.
couple drinks, so we just wanted to yell at each other and have Colonial listen to us yell at each other. That's all.
Thanks for having me, guys. It was great.
Always a pleasure.
Yeah. Can we do it again sometime?
Well, maybe we should dribble and
Oh.
ending shit now.
Yeah, you just
Go.
cut the cord.
Freaking
Just
US.
cut the